I am back with City Defense Z. Let's show you cool stuff. I have unlocked all the way out here. I've got the mortar and whatever this is, the rockets. I've never played with the mortar and the rockets. I've played with the machine gun. I've never done with the mortar and the rockets. So here's my crazy idea. I know I can survive about 10 levels without soldiers. I tested it. So oops, I don't even know what mission I started, but we'll find out when we get there. So the thought is, what if I tried a no soldier build, right? Just use the emplacements, the machine gun, and then the two new one, the rocket launcher and the mine. Now let's see. I'm going to need, not the mine, the rocket launcher and the mortar, which I'm going to need a lot of ammunition, it looks like. Turret. I didn't know turret was an option. That would certainly be handy. We'll have to unlock that as well. Anyway, so here we go. Ammunition, level 2. It read my mind. Okay, but I still need factories. Yes, factories are my favorites. Wow, it loves me and my ammunition. It is totally going to give me all the ammo. Oh, you're kidding me. Yes, please. Wow. Let's go this way with it. All right, I'm kind of moving them away from each other. Okay, all right, I got 10 resource left. That's not much to do anything. I'm not buying any soldiers. I'll just show you how we survived day 1. Looks like I'm on map 2, the jungling map. Which, other than palette, I have not noticed being all that different than the first map, which, a little disappointing. We thought, like, no threat, right? Like, the closest zombie was died as soon as he got in range. Okay, so I definitely don't need barracks. No, I do need... Do I need barracks? I don't need barracks. Or do I need barracks? Because I need these guys, population. And no, that's soldiers. Okay, so I don't need barracks at all with this build. So barracks are just, spin away from it immediately. Houses, though, I do need houses. So let's go big on houses. Interesting, because not needing barracks will free up space up, top. And it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the ability to just build the way I'd like to build. You get late game in this, and it does get a little crowded up there in terms of you need to be a little more thoughtful about how you're building things, All right, so far so good. And it's not giving me any barracks, which is awfully nice. Wow. Oh, I was like, I only have 10 resources. I keep forgetting it doesn't automatically give you the 10. I don't know why it doesn't. I also really don't need much in the way of food. So, okay. Oh, level 2 house. That's certainly useful. I guess I can... Oh, that was all my money. Oh, I probably should have looked for barracks. Okay, well, that went fast. This is going to go real fast, first 10 rounds. I do, however, need the ability to build a defense at some point. You know what? I probably should build some of these things just so I know what they do before I need them. Because I have not played with the mortar or the rocket launcher. It's interesting they're listed here in an order that's different than the order that you unlock them in. Okay, factory. Yes, that's what I need. Let's put it so we end up with a 3 there. All right, and then 30 is enough for one more factory. Yes, please. Okay. Okay, and then we're out of resources. Now, I talked about maybe buying something. I've never tried a mortar. Let's buy ourselves a mortar. I don't know where to put it. We'll put it right in front of the gates. Boom. Let's see what it does. Oh, it's got good range. I'm assuming it's area effect. There are 2 dead bodies out here that I believe are attributable to the mortar. I wonder what the rate of fire is when it's actively engaged, because obviously the rate of fire there looked pretty slow. All right, that seemed like a fast second crop. Okay, now I don't like any of these. I want to do labs, but not right away. This is not cool. I'm gonna spin again. Good thing I got a lot of spin. Wow, would love to get this fancy factory, but not gonna happen. Okay, one more spin. Nope, don't need a barracks. Not building it. Okay, so we'll save our money. Do I have enough? I do have enough for a rocket launcher. Let's buy that and see what that does. I don't know how it sits range-wise to the mortar, so I'm just going to put it right in front of the mortar. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, mortar's definitely got good range. Okay, there goes the rocket launcher. I wonder, I'm assuming mortar definitely looks like it's area effect. I'm assuming rocket launcher kind of is as well. Oh, hit that. Boop. Okay, now let's get our goodies and then see what kind of trade operator, because I don't need food, so I might as well be trading food for stuff, like all of it. Boom, big trade on the food. All right, let's see what we get. Don't need barracks. Houses are nice. Yeah, actually, I maxed out on stuff till I get more housing, so houses are real nice. I would like barracks. Pretty bad. I think I did that dumb. Oh well. That freed up a lot of space. I mean, I said barracks, I meant factories, and now I don't have the money for it. Okay, well, ammo is also a big deal. So let's go there. And the house, sure. Okay. Yeah. I can't afford anything because I don't have enough population to support another item. I also am not threatened on day 6, so... Yeah, it looks like I've got a lot of area effect right now. It'll be interesting to see which one's more effective when the page is just swarming with zombies. Now I do need to start thinking flanks. I've just piled them all in the middle, not thinking about the fact that it might be a while before I can really add stuff. This game kind of gives you a lot up front, and then you have to kind of earn it after that. Oofda. That's a lot of ammo. And that's all my money. Okay. Well, I need to build more factories. I'm not operating on genius level yet. Can't afford anything due to the ammunition requirements. We're getting to day 7. I really do need to start thinking about flanks. I suppose I can probably move these two things, put one on each flank. That would actually be an interesting test to see which one did a better job of keeping the flank free. That might be a real fun thing to try. Actually, I really like that idea. Can I move these guys? Yeah, let's move one here and one here and see how they do at cleaning up their flanks. What is the price comparison? 35 230 versus... Okay, so the mortar's cheaper than the rocket launcher. That's interesting. I kind of thought it would be the other way around. All right, let's keep the factory. Oh, wow, those are expensive. Why I need more factories. Man, it's not giving them to me, though. I've got a guaranteed good ammunition. I think I'm going to take it. And that's all my money again. It is level 8, day 8. I'm kind of getting that urge to add more stuff. I'm going to try just putting a machine gun right in the middle. And there, boom. Let's see who keeps the palette clean. Palette? I don't know palette. Maybe like an artist palette? Certainly not like an edible palette. I mean, they're all doing pretty good, but the wall's pretty much doing the job, so... Alright. So that's one, I guess, complaint I would have about the game, is that once you get some of those things unlocked, the permanent bonuses, that a little of drama kind of goes away. Yeah, I want that factory. From the early game. You know, I can go 10 rounds with literally with my eyes closed. So I could just sit back in my chair and watch it happen. So, you know, not high drama stuff. All right, boom. Okay. I probably can't really... Yeah, I've got no population, so housing is my next quandary that I need to solve. Now, we're at day 9. This is about where you start to, at my level of walls, and I'm not maxed out on walls, start to struggle a little bit with keeping the zombies off. While the mortar seems to be really doing a good job. This is a fun little test. Okay, let's go to our trade options up here. Let's get all our goodies. I assume I'm going to want to trade away food because I'm just never going to need the food. Resources I need. So this looks like the... Ooh, that's a lot of resources. That's a lot of resources. Oh, I mean, I love the research points, but that's too many resources. I gotta take that. I'm sort of shocked that I got that kind of offer for I mean, look, I've still got 400 resources. That honestly seems bugged, but I'll take it. Now, I could start labs. I'm going to pass on that. Oh, that was unexciting as an understatement. Really wants me to go labs. Sure, I'll start doing labs. I see how you are. Oh, we got the factory, though. I like that. Okay. Ammo's good. We like ammo. Let's roll. Yeah, okay, ammo, housing. Housing's my real limitation at the moment. Where do I want the 3? Here, maybe? That'd be a good spot for a 3. Okay. Wow, we got so much stuff, and this is perfect. Oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna go here, so I guess I'll be there. Yeah. That's great. I do have room for one more thing. I don't have quite room for that, do I? I could buy another machine gun for the center. I think I will. I'm going to put one there, and the other one will just slide on over to there. All right, little support for either side. I still feel pretty good, but it is day 10. It's going to start ramping up. Mortars did really well last time. I'm curious to see, is that a trend, or was it just good fortune? It doesn't seem like there's as much stuff on the mortar side, but I can't tell if that's because the mortar's just killing them so far out. The range on the mortar is wonderful. Suggests a strategy of mortars in the back, maybe. Maybe we go mortars, rocket launchers, and then machine guns eventually. Obviously not right away. All right, let's get our goodies. So much food. Okay. None of those are very exciting to me. Better. Oh, okay. This is coming together. Now, where would I rather have the house? I think we're going to do this, even though it's definitely not how I saw that going. Factory's always a plus. Where do I want to go? I want to go here. So I'm going to go this way. All right, and I'm going to build down that way. I say that out loud in hopes I will remember it. Oh, perfect. Won't have to remember it. There it is. Okay, well, that's a thing of beauty. All right, let's see what we got here. I forgot about airstrikes. That could be like an emergency operation. I think the mortar just killed him so far out. Wow, yeah, because look at the kills on that mortar strike. That area of effect is brilliant. Yeah, it's got way better range than everything else. Okay, I like the mortar. Mortar seems a little OP at the moment. All right, oh, more factories. Yes, so I want to end up with one here. So if I built one here, or is that going to close me off? I could go here with one and then build. Yeah, that'll work. Do that. Let's do that. And this is real nice. Boom. Okay, and a house. Houses are. Oh, that's right. I built that in a weird way. How am I going to fit that? Here's where I really would like to be. Okay. Keep it going. Let's see if we get another factory maybe. Although houses are very important to me right now. I'm just going to do this to get rid of that. We'll have to move that someday. What was I doing here? That. All right. So now we're at day 12. Things are ramping up. I really don't have room for much. What 25? I mean, I guess I could buy another mortar. And I've been super impressed with the mortar. So we're no longer doing the, oh, which one's better test. Like, we're pretty sure we know which one's better. We're doing that there. We're going to put a machine gun there and a machine gun there. That guy right in the middle. All right. Let's see if the mortars continue to keep those flanks as clear as they have. Super impressed with them so far. Okay. Oh, there's a goodie. I don't know if do those goodies affect the emplacements? That I don't know. You know, the, oops. The, bonuses that you can grab. Okay. Well, I mean, I know it's early. You know, like 13's never challenging, but I'm pretty happy with the way things are going so far. What did I decide I was going to do here? I think I thought I was going to put one here. I don't know that I'm doing a particularly bang-up job on this. Okay. I like the research. It's fun to unlock stuff. Okay, here we go, folks. Yeah, I did not do this right. Because I really want one here. I was going to put my final building there. And then, but that's not going to work. Huh. This has to be the final building. Man, I have mucked this up good. I don't know. That was, I kind of gave up, and that probably wasn't the right approach. And by probably, I mean definitely. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to move something at some point. It is what it is. But that only gave us 20. Of course, it hasn't probably taken effect yet. So, all right. I mean, they're not getting very close. Well, I say that. They just got close to the mortar. I definitely don't want to lose the mortar. That would be pretty catastrophic. Okay. I know what I'm going to do next. Okay, so expedition speed. I don't need food efficiency because I don't have any soldiers. So I'm sort of forced into the expedition. But I've never successfully completed an expedition. Maybe this is the game where I do that. All right, let's go get our goodies first. I still don't like that it makes me do that. Like, it should pop up to that field up here and do the bloop. I like the little bloop. I like that sound. I like the feeling of everything being gathered. I just don't want to manually have to go click on stuff. I'm lazy. Just also probably why I'm retired-y. Okay, still never had success. 72% chance. That means it's going to work, right? Sure, that's how statistics... Oh, this was a real blessing. The way this came together. I was very fortunate, because I had completely screwed the pooch on that one. All right. Let's build. Okay, this is coming together better. I'm much happier with how things are going now. Now, don't need any of that. Hoping to get a factory, but ammo's always a need for me, even though, I've got quite a bit. Let's go down this way. All right. Oh, actually, I could get another house. Maybe not. Maybe you won't. Right. I got 60. I'm going to get... I'm going to get another rocket launcher. Here's the strategy. So, I'm going to move the rocket launchers to the outside like this. Actually, I'm going to move... Let's run another test. I'm going to put the rocket launcher on the outside. And I'm going to put the rocket launcher on the inside. I still have 25. Which won't buy... Oh, would buy me another mortar. Yes, please. Let's put a mortar right in the middle. We like that build, don't we? I think I'm kind of cramping things on this side. Like that, maybe. Okay, that feels pretty good. That feels like really well defended. 3 mortars. It would be fun to have little stats, like just the number of kills on each one would be nice. If you want to get super fancy, I suppose you could do kills by type. You know, big guys, little guys, flyers, that sort of thing. But even just knowing the number of kills per weapon would be, like, if you hovered over it, 23 kills, that'd be cool. Or it could have, like, kills last round and kills total. Can you tell I am a numbers guy? I like me some numbers. Okay. God, oh, that's great. We have not been getting the factories. It's wonderful to get all the factories. Okay. I just thought I'd have enough. That's disappointing. If you don't know what that face means, it means I'm disappointed. Golly. It's a very different build, just ignoring barracks every time you see barracks. Like, nope, don't want that. That's not my jam. Don't do barracks. I probably need to get smarter so that, like, the first house builds down in the corner. Like, I'm sure there's a very logical build structure to make that happen. I can't get anything because I don't have the population for it. I don't think I added a house that time. It was really all about sorry, I'm distracted by the battle that I'm not dominating the way I usually do. Factory. The factory. It's going to really suck when I start to lose these. I didn't even think about that. I am going to lose some of these. That's not going to feel good. And they look real good right now, but it's going to happen that I'm going to lose, and replenishing might be challenging. All right. Do I want to keep building lab stuff? I think so. I think I do. So let's go with the labs. Now, of course, I can't buy the factory because I'm genius. I certainly don't want the barracks. Again, even though I just said this, it is so interesting being completely disinterested in barracks. Like, you're not my jam, barracks. Yeah. Boom. Nope, that's not it. Let's go. Day 16. That last one had some close calls. I will want to be able to upgrade something next time. Can't remember if I built a house or not. I'm gonna need something because it's getting a little tight here. I mean, look at this flank. That's okay. So that suggests that the mortar on the outside is better, and maybe that's just a change that I can make. I also kind of like just want more mortars. You play this game, like, is that the strategy? Like the mortar strategy, is that's how you do it? Yeah, mortar goes on the outside like that. Seems better. So funny because I just don't need the food at all. I've got what, 356,000. Ooh, that is perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. All right, and I got 120 left. Ooh, don't need those. That I need. That I need. Okay, that's lovely. Boom, and we'll even do the factory. Or that research. Sorry, and more factory. You know, I'm all about it. All right, that is perfect. Now, can I build anything? I've got 10 space. 10 space is not enough for anything that I'm allowed to buy. I guess mines. I could put mines in. I don't hate that. Let's buy one in front of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I could buy more than that. I have so many. So much money. Ammo. I have so much ammo is how I should be saying that. I'm saying that wrong. Hey, that guy was placed. Symmetry is important to me. I'm going to put 2 more out wide just to protect the wall there, because I've been having a little bit of a problem with zombies getting to the wall. Day 17, we've resorted to mines. Oh, yeah, to me, this is a sign that maybe one of two things. Either the difficulty levels don't stage real well, which I think is kind of the case, or because I'm having to create my own challenges, or it's just intended to be a super long game with the start of the game not being particularly intellectually stimulating. And I say that maybe I should be spending more time planning. That's fair. I want this to be a lightweight game, so I'm playing it like a lightweight game. Not sure that's fair to the game designer. Okay, what do we get? Whoa, that's expensive, and I really wish I could afford it. Really expensive stuff. All right. That's nice ammo. Okay. I still have 145, so houses, as we know, are a need for me. And I got 90 left, and we're going to solve some housing problems. Boom. Now, that does take effect immediately. Got 25. 25. Is that a mortar? That's a mortar, folks. I like the fact that mortars are kind of cheap. Okay, so how am I going to do this? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move the machine guns out. Oh, I think I should think about their area of fire. That and that. And I got another mortar. So how am I going to do the mortars? One there. It's really getting heavy on the mortars. I don't like that. And then I'm going to get the mines because I got the money for them. So what the heck? We're just going to kind of have a line of mines. Like that. Something like that. Okay. Boom. I've never done the airstrike. I'm going to do one just for kicks. I don't know what it does. I don't know if I did it or not. Did left click make anything happen? Let's see if it spends... Well, it's too late. Yeah, let's see if it spends money. No, it does not. Huh. I don't know how to make it happen. That's interesting. My defenses... Well, they got pretty close here. That suggests I need something right up the gut there. Okay. Got 15. That's not enough. But if I build the housing right now, I do... Ooh, but that's too tempting to pass up. Probably should have gone to the corner with it. Get the housing right now, I can get factories. An enhancement. Still get housing. I think housing's 15. Oh, but I didn't have the option, so I'm going to kind of give myself some grace there. Let's buy some mines. I think I'm going to need them because it's only going to get tougher, right? I guess I could build a fence. I kind of gave up on fences. I think of the fences as supporting the soldiers and keeping them from getting hit. But it could be just as easily to protect my cannon. Well, and I don't know if the mortars can shoot stuff close. Like, can they hit something right in front of them? It doesn't look like they set off the mine, so that's good. Well, they're definitely getting in on the mortars. That's going to be a problem. I wonder if I need to drag the airstrike like it hits an area. Okay, let's see what we've got here for this trade. Because we're gonna... Now, I could trade ammunition, but I do need ammunition, but these resources are just crazy, and I don't want to trade resources, so let's do that trade. All right, now I've got a ton of resources. How was I doing this? I was going back here with it. Golly. All right. At least I'm getting cards that are useful to me. Okay, well that's a nice factory, and I've got the points for it. That is so nice. Okay, well this is sort of coming together. Okay. Yeah, I have a ton of points. Boy, that's nice. Boy, that's nice. Okay. Okay. I mean, pretty happy with things. Boy, it's given me all the right cards. That didn't work the way I intended. Huh. Not even sure what to do with that. It's just going out of the way for the moment because I have a plan and that doesn't fit in the plan. And that's all I got. Okay, now I've got room for a lot more stuff. Let's get some rocket launchers. They're kind of new and fun, and I can get 2. All right, so what if we put them right outside of the mortars? And we'll buy some mines because they're everybody's best friend. All right. See what 2 extra rocket launchers will do for us. I'm assuming quite a bit. Now, one thing I could think about is, do I want to put a cheaper unit in front of a, or emplacement in front of a more expensive emplacement to protect it in the event the zombies get through, which, I mean, it kind of looks like they're going to be getting through here. The bodies are getting real close to the emplacements. But the wall defenses are critical. Okay, which is something I can upgrade. It should be fun. I mean, this is a fun build style, I guess, for me. I always kind of like these. It's almost like, it's not a tower defense, but it's almost like a tower defense. Just the feel of it. How's our expedition coming? Oh, it's success. Okay, well, we got a bunch of goodies. And you know what? It didn't give me soldiers, which I didn't need. It gave me all good stuff. All right, well, let's start another one. Now, I think I've lost people on these, so I do like the high survival chance. So, because that's nice. Like, we got goodies there. We're well set up for this turn. Okay, of course, it gave me garbage, but you know how that's life, right? Ooh, that's not garbage. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Yes, please. So nice. Okay. I kind of want to build into the corner. I'm not sure if that's smart, but this will be a good test. How am I going to do this? I want it to be down in the corner. But you can't do that. I could build for the future. And what would happen is when next time I get a 2... Whoops, that was a whoops. I didn't see that happen. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to place that down in the corner. That there. Cool, cool, cool. So eventually, you know, I'll just get a 2 ammunition and drop it in there. Oh, or I'll just get a 3 and boom, there it goes. I mean, that's easy. Wow, it's being very kind. And I still have 200 resources. I wish I hadn't blasted past that particular one. Okay. Oh, yeah, housing. Housing's a big deal when you... what am I doing? Housing is a big deal when you are dependent entirely on emplacements. I like to point out the blindingly obvious. And that's it. Okay. Now, I have 20 space, which is enough for a mortar. Boom. I'm going to do it because things have been getting a little hairy, folks. How am I doing money-wise? Very nicely. Okay. Yeah, something like that. That looks pretty good. There, I like that. Okay. We added another mortar. I mean, we had a lot of mortars. You could argue maybe I moved through the outside. The fact that mortars are cheaper in terms of population is a big deal for me, because that's my pain point. And if you think about it, the wall kills them when they're getting close, but if I can winnow those numbers down from distance, that's kind of cool. Although really, I think the mortars are like, shoot right in front of me, shoot right in front of me, which I would be if I was manning a mortar with zombies attacking. I get it, guys. Okay. I don't think I've lost anything yet, so that's cool. All right. Let's see how many goodies we actually get. How much? We get 500 resources. That is nice. And let's keep it going. Okay. How do I want that to go? I'm going to put it here and then drop that there. Well, that didn't. I thought that was 111. Okay. Wow. Genius move. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. You know? All right. Still have 250 left. That's nice. Ooh, and that fits very well. Put it. I know I could put it here and finish something. I'm going to put it way back there. I'm building for a future, an unknown future. Okay, don't need barracks. I wonder if I will at some point accidentally buy a barracks, and the answer is probably yes. The answer isn't probably yes, it's probably yes. I don't see the distinction there, bud. That's my cat voice. My cat has its own voice. All right, how are we looking? We've got no room for anything. Do we like our setup? I don't know that we have a choice. Buy some mines because we have a lot of ammo. I could buy a wall. I think it's time. Is it? You know what? Rather than build a wall now that's going to kind of lock me in, I think I'm just going to go a double row of mines, which I think will solve a lot of problems in a very explosive sort of way. And then we'll work on a wall next time. I think I want the wall out a little bit further. I think I want to go 2 emplacements deep. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford more than 2 at my current ability level and the level of permanent improvements that I have made. Yeah. Well, the mine strategy seems to be working. I wonder if these have hit points. That'd be another thing that would be nice if you could hover over like total kills, hit points, and it would give you like 30 out of 45 hit points. That'd be kind of cool. And maybe like the numbers guy, you know, the former CPA is not. I guess I'm still a CPA, but I haven't kept myself credited. Anyway, you're like, well, we don't need we're not here for the CPA talk. So. Maybe I'm not their target audience. Okay, so I totally bungled that. I bungled that pretty bad. Now I've got to move, and I've got a lot of money. Do I fix one of my mistakes? I wish it were coming later because I'd love to move this here and then finish that up and get a 3 there. That'd be cool. Not going to happen though. So I'm going to pass on that. Ooh, these are exciting though. Okay, how do I want to do this? And then, there'll be some moving. There will be some moving happening later, folks. But it's nice that they give you that option. Like if you're lazy like me and just don't want to think that hard, it's a nice option to have. All right, that is it. I can't come close to spending all my stuff. That is interesting. How's the expedition doing? Going well. Okay. Now I don't have room for anything more. Let's talk about that fence or wall. Funny because it says wall. It looks like a fence to me. Unless I've upgraded it. Have I upgraded it? Nope. Still looks like a fence to me. Okay, we're going too deep. So this is where the wall goes. Okay. And then we'll put mines in front of it. I'm just going to kind of build it as it comes available. Okay, like that. I can't afford anything. We decided that, right? I'm going to put some of these items a little more aggressively forward where I have a wall. I like that. I like this game. I've been sort of critical of this game. It's good because I kind of like this game, and I want it to be something I play for maybe ever and not for weeks. You know, I say forever. I was like, you know, like Dominions, and it's like, well, I've been playing Dominions for decades. So, like a good game, or I'll use one that's more in this sort of smaller indie genre. I booted up Acid Planet the other day. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a fun game, you know? I want this to be that, or like Rotato, where you're just like Yeah, forgot how good this game was. Yeah, this is a fun one. How many boosters do I have anyway? I don't know if they even work on my setup here, but I lost one. I moved it forward and I lost it. See, but I can buy it back. I've got a ton of ammo, and the population, gives me that opportunity. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Look at that. Almost. Oh, but I started with 400. I just need to spend resources like they're going out of style. Such a mess up there. Okay. Ooh, yes. That is kind of brilliant. Do that. And then, for now we'll do that. And having a dead card like the barracks is interesting. I wonder if this game could ever mature to the point where it would give you the opportunity to do such a select build that you could say, nope, I don't need barracks cards. That's not part of my build. And get rid of them, pay some money and get rid of them. Level up. Yes, please. Where's the question? I might just level this bad boy up. Who doesn't want a level 5 house? I mean, now I can really build out my defenses. Part of it, honestly, is zombies getting tougher. So I think it'd be a good thing for me to build out some houses. Okay, so this is going to complete soon. I'm going to do it over here. I say soon, now. Ooh, not ideal. But, I did a good job of spending my money. So that there's something to be said for that. Or spending my resources. It's weird. This has a lot of different resources up top, including one called resources, but it doesn't have money. It doesn't have gold. Interesting. Okay, so this whole wall idea, is it just me or did it not work the way we hoped? All right. Well, that's better. Yeah, I've got, how much do I have? Oh, I've got a ton of space. I'm going to get 4 machine guns. I'm going to put one on each flank. Sorry, buddy. One on each flank. And then one about, we'll say here, and one about, no, I want them over further. About there. These flanks are not evenly distributed. Because I got these mines. We're just going to move the mines. We're moving out. Where we are. Let's just go all the way across. And then think about how deep we want the wall. Like, is it a 1-level wall, layer wall? It's probably a 1-layer wall initially. And then it's going to be a multi-layer wall at some later point. I actually am spending far more ammo than I thought I would be. All right, so there's my wall. So that's good. Okay, now I've got machine guns. I want one. I'm going to put a machine gun in front of each. I don't know why. I like this kind of symmetry thing. In front of each of the, I don't know, what do you call these lasers up there? From the I'm going to put a mine, like mortar. Oh, I ran out of time. I got timed out. I have never had that problem before. So it didn't even occur to me to watch for that. I think I'll be okay because I really upped the number of machine guns. What did I buy, like 4? I guess I had lost some stuff too. I'm telling myself I'll be fine. Even though I've got to be a little more cognizant of that timer. I'm not earning any boosters, which I don't plan to use the boosters, so not a big deal. But yet I still feel like I want them. Okay. Now, I don't think I lost anything that time. So let's be a little more cognizant of our time. As you spend more time building up top, you, oops, obviously start to run out of time more readily to actually place troops, which is certainly interesting. Don't need barracks. Interesting. Okay, okay, I see what you're doing there. And then, where was I going? Down? Sure, I'll just go down with it. Sure. Okay, that was loud. I don't know why that one seemed louder. Might just be a me thing. But I've got a lot of... Oop, let's save that. A lot of... Now I can't afford it. Well, you know, that's what you get. That is what you get. Oof. Oof. Okay. All right, that'll work. Now, let's think. We've got, oh, so much space. I'm going to buy a couple more mortars. Put one, that gun, one in that gun, one in the middle, one on either side of the middle. Now, this one needs, I wanted one in front of each major gun. I've got that. I'm going to put one right in the middle. Boom. Now I'm going to put a rocket launcher on either side. Boom. And then one here. I'm going to buy one more. It's going to go here. And I'm going to get two more. Can I? Yep. So I'm going to go heavy rock. Oh. I don't know if I know what I'm doing. This isn't nearly as symmetrical as I'd hoped it would be. Oh, and I've got fencing issues. Not bad, but a little bit. What if I've got two more machine guns and put them way out on the side? Like that. That feels pretty good. And then mortars. I can buy two more mortars and use those. Let's just put one there and one there. And that feels much more secure. I'm laughing. And maybe I should not, you know, the mortars have good range. I have been putting them in the back. But there's, in the theory that everything would kind of hit at once, the shorter range items and the longer range items. But maybe if I put a mortar or two in the front, they would hit sooner. Boy, it gets busy. Boy, they're getting right up on that wall. I think doubling up the wall will be the next improvement. Because that one doesn't require population. All right. So they didn't take down any of the wall. I lost something here, though, I think. Probably wouldn't have left that big gap there. Sort of sure. Didn't I lose a mortar? I lost a mortar, too. So definitely losing stuff. Okay. Oh, I forget to get the food because I don't need the food. Okay. What do we see here? Okay. I don't know how to do this. Probably because I kind of messed it up. What was I thinking here? Up that way. Okay, I've got a move opportunity that I'm going to take, I think. I'm going to move that there. Okay, because I do have a lot of money. Oh, I've got lots of move opportunities. We see another move we like. I could just move a 5 to the outside. Huh. 3, 4, 4. I don't really see a move I desperately need yet. I'm sure the time will come. Actually, now is a good time. But here's the thing. Moving this here is nice, but it doesn't give me my 4s combining into 5s. Sort of what I was hoping for. Ooh, there we go. All right. Okay. You know, the money thing, it's going reasonably well. Yeah, it's all gone. Okay. I know I need mortar. I lost a mortar. And then whatever's in here, I'm going to say rocket launcher. Like that. And that only leaves me 5 left, so that's kind of got to be it. Now, I could do mines. I like that idea of a row of mines kind of along here. wonder if we'll get to the point where with artificial intelligence, we're like, put a row of mines 4 blocks in front of my wall, and it'll just do that for us, you know, make gaming even easier, where you're like a general, like reading off instructions to your, you know, whatever's less than a general, colonels, and they're taking it and running with it, implementing it for you. I mean, honestly, it'd be kind of a cool space from a gaming perspective. Stuff that, you know, I have trouble throwing away things like my Warhammer figures, or selling or whatever, but you know, it was such a significant thing, and it didn't feel like that was all going to get replaced by computers until you started playing some of the computers. You're like, well, why would I spend all that time setting things up or preparing them and painting them and all that when I can just boot up a computer game and like this, and it's a tremendous amount of fun. Getting old, man. Okay, let's do our thing here. Time is, as we have learned, of the essence. Yeah. Well, I've got pretty much a clean slate to work with here. Yay! Well, we're getting good stuff. I like that. Okay, let's do the move. Now, do it there. I don't love where it's ending up, but that's the only way I can build it. Okay. Another move. I could move the 5 to the corner. I think we'll skip that. All right. Oh. Wow, that would have 600. It just goes to show you how much more opportunity I have to build things out. Because 600 is not something that's in my current price range. But I do really, really want it to be. I like having money. You know, people who like getting rid of money, spending it. I like having it. Okay. Let's go look down here. What have we got room for? 25. What will that buy me? Only a mortar. I say only a mortar. Mortars seem pretty good. Get a mortar. Put it right in the middle. Move him over. And then buy some walls. Let's go. Got a lot of money. Nothing to spend it on. Let's go get a bunch of walls. It'd be nice if I could hold down shift and buy, you know, 5 walls at a time. I'd like that a lot. Okay. Again, I'm doing a lot of stuff that sort of seems critical here. This is a very fun game. And the reason I've been playing, it's kind of become my game of the week without me intending for it to be my game of the week. But the suggestions are only because I think it's a really fun game, and I want to see it continue to develop and get better. And I guess for me, long term, like part of getting better is getting deeper, where the gameplay is a little deeper and you can be more thoughtful about what you're doing. I could play this in a much more thoughtful way. It's not like I've maxed out thoughtfulness in this game, but when they make it easy for you, it's kind of nice, especially when you're pushing 60. All right, what did we add? We added, what, a mortar this time? Double fencing? I feel pretty secure. What do we got for boosters? Now I'm just like keeping score with it because I don't even know if they add anything. And not knowing how damaged something is. It'd be nice if, you know, with the Alt key, I can see the levels of the buildings. It'd be nice if, you know, you hit the control key and you can see the hit points of your unit so you know who is in trouble. Something like that'd be kind of cool. Especially to, like, see a unit get hit and know the amount of damage that whatever is doing to it. I wonder if there's any way, like, if I let him keep speaking, does he shut up? Funny, because I really like the ambiance of this game. That's part of the appeal. And, but that guy talk is just not something I need in my life. All right. Don't need barracks. Wait, I put a house where the factory goes. Genius play, folks. Genius. Well, I need one of those move items now. Well, that'd be great. Okay. Well, I'm being gifted really nice cards. It's almost like oh, you said you didn't want those? Well, you don't have to play with those. You know, we don't have to give you barracks. You don't want those. That's cool. Oh, there's the move button I was looking for. Yeah, because that's a terrible thing to waste to move on, but what are you going to do? Sometimes in life, you just make mistakes, and you gotta just move on. You can't dwell on them. And, oh, I did get one more. Yay for me. All right. We need something here. Machine gun looks like what we lost. So that's that. Now, I've got 50 points. Mortar. I know. Not very enlightened, but mortars do seem effective. All right, let's go. You forget to drop the mines in, and they're pretty much, well, not pretty much, they are all gone, which means they were being used. 3 mortars seem like overkill on those 2 zombies. That's cool. That's cool. All right. It would be interesting. I'm getting a pretty good sense for what the mortar is capable of. The rocket launcher would be one I'd like to see more, like build a bunch of rocket launchers in an area and see how they perform. Maybe, you know, rocket launchers on one side versus machine guns on the other. That sounds like a fun experiment, right? Whoa, did I lose a lot of stuff? Wow. Holy mackerel. I wonder, like, do mortars hit the flyers, or is that like a different type of targeting? I got kind of honked there, folks. Soldier combat efficiency, yeah, and I don't need the food bonus, so that's an easy choice. Now it says soldier. I also don't have soldiers. I have emplacements. Are those impacted? And without like seeing stats and stuff, it's kind of hard to know. Okay, the wall is doing its thing. But boy, did I get honked pretty bad. All right, so let's do our little. Let's first build things. Getting a little overexcited there. Okay, what do we see? I'm looking for a 4 that I can upgrade. Well, there we go. Boom. A 5. I assume the 4 to 5 upgrade is pretty significant. Oof, I wish I could afford that. Again, that's one of those things that I know I've spent a little money already, but it tells me that there's a lot of room for continued improvement. Ooh, a level 3 house I can just buy? Yes, please. Okay. And that's all my money. Now, let's try our little experiment here. Go rocket launchers on one side. Buy a mortar or 2 to replenish. Okay, and then we're going to go heavy rocket launchers on this side. Actually, we're going to go even heavier. How's my time? My time is good. It's nice when you look up expecting something bad and then it's like, oh no, I'm doing absolutely fine. Okay. All right. Where am I? I'm just to the out there. Let's see whether machine guns or rocket launchers do a better job of clearing things out. How much more stuff can I buy? A fair amount. Okay. And then let's line up mortars. So we've got every 2. Okay, so there. Oh, I got another mortar. There. Feels pretty good. Then I need something in the middle. A launcher and a machine gun. Boom. And 20. That's another mortar. Okay. So, boom. I know. If only I had thought a little more out of the gate, we wouldn't still be doing this. That's a build. It's not a great build. It's a build. The mines are so disposable. I prefer to buy things that will still be around. So it'll be an interesting test. Rocket launchers versus machine guns with supporting mortars. You can see what I'm saying, though, as the game gets longer. once you start to get your permanent benefits purchased, because we're on day 29, and this used to be just basically when I would be dead, and now, I mean, looking pretty good. I can see myself struggling in 10 rounds, maybe even sooner than that, because I did lose some stuff here. It'll be interesting to see how the designer, or if the designer continues to modify things to make some changes. The airborne, I wonder if the rocket launchers have trouble hitting the airborne. Wow. Okay, let's, the trades are weird trades. It's like trading stuff that I need, like research points, for stuff that, like, certainly don't need food, and that's a great trade in terms of the number of research points versus, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to just keep building out my laboratories. Spend the money. You gotta spend money to make money. But maybe make laboratories more of a focus than I had been. Okay, those are some nice factories right there. Can't even see what kind of factory that is. Is that a 2 or a 3? It's a 3 if I zoom down. Okay. Oh, that's because I haven't gotten my goodies from them. That was weird. Looks like okay. Oh, I did the house thing again. Again, be nice if they each had very distinct color palettes. That you really, you know, like there's colors not being used, like, I don't know, pink or yellow, or I don't know, just very distinct colors. Maybe a solid, you know, like a bright reddish kind of thing. Okay, a move. Yeah, we have to do that because I'm not playing too effectively. Boom. But we still have 1,005 resources. You know, we're not going to be able to spend them all because our limitation is the fact that we're going to get barrack requests, and we're going to be like, nope, I don't need barracks. Yep, there we go. And then we have to use our paths. Okay, 222. Alrighty. And we run out of those. Ooh, level up. We do love ourselves a good level up. What do we see? I'm gonna go with a corner job. Let's just level this guy up. Boom. I can't complain though. The cards I'm getting for the most part are pretty nice cards to be getting. Yeah, that's cool. I don't need that. Okay. Okay, we all took some damage. We lost some stuff. How are we doing? Oh, actually, time is somewhat of an issue. We may not be able to place things quite as beautifully as we would like. Okay, I'm going to start to go thicker on mortars. Actually, I'm going to try a heavy mortar strategy. Like that, and then what else? Ooh, oh, I've used all my money. Okay, well, done. Okay, what are we on? Day 30. It used to be this was quite the aspirational thing, was to get to day 30, and I do think I unlocked the next map with this 30th level. So assuming I survive it, which I'm assuming I'm going to do, bunch of assumptions, you know what that does. We will be able to come back next time with a new map and just see, is it another change in palette or does it offer more? Trying to think of what you could have, you know, like this is just a open field. Could you have maps that weren't just a wide open field where there were like channels or like a mountain that would block your mortar, or maybe only a mortar could fire over? Oh, there we go. We completed it. Let's continue because we're having fun and we like our build. I'm curious, like, what's really good? Like, do people get to level 60? I don't think I will, especially with the limitations I've placed on myself. But is that something that people are doing? I'd probably go check the Steam page for this game and get a sense for it. All right, let's build. Ooh, level 3 factory. Yes, please. Oh, another move option. Seems like down here would be a good place to take advantage of that. Whoa, geez, did I almost do that? It's a lot, but I've got a lot of money. I'll put that there. Okay. Okay. Oh, that wasn't necessarily smart. All right, but we get the move. They happen, so we're not into the world here. You definitely have to be faster. I'm probably rushing it a little bit, but you definitely do need to be faster with some of this stuff as you play longer. I should move this. That's what I should move next. This research thing's sort of misplaced. There, that's something we like to see. Level up. Just do that over there. Since that also, ammunition has been a little bit of a pain point for us. Not huge, but not nothing. We don't have a lot of pain points, so anytime you have any pain point, it's relevant. What was I thinking? There, I guess. I don't think that was the plan, but sure. Okay, can't afford the move. One more. Okay. And that's that. Okay, so what do we got room for? Oh, quite a bit. Let's get some more rocket launchers and machine guns. I think it's got to be a blend. I think you got to put the machine guns in with the rocket launchers. I think you got to put some rocket launchers in with machine guns. Although the machine guns honestly look like they're doing way better than the rocket launchers. What do I have left? Oh, exactly enough for one more mortar. Yes, please. Okay. Are we tougher this time? I don't know. I've got a lot of mortars. I should just line that back row with mortars. That can be a goal. I love, hitting with area effect out that far. And it's not just area effect, like it's deadly area effect. Not like, oh, they're half dead. It seems to be killing most of the little zombies. I don't know about the bigger ones. Probably not, would be my guess. It's just that. It's a guess. Definitely running into a situation where, because of the denseness of my mortars, we're like firing like 5 mortars on one space. Which, it's entertaining. Good for me. Okay. Alright, let's go get our goodies. Probably have these. You start to ignore food because you don't need it, but it is still trade bait. Okay. There we go. That's nice. That was a nice combo. I don't know that I had it like intentionally thought out that well, but it is a nice combo. We talked about moving this guy. Let's do so. There. We'll hopefully finish it too there, although that's really boxed in. I don't know if that's going to happen. Boom. Okay. Yeah, see, that's pretty boxed in. All right, we have so many points these days, which is a good problem to have. The ammunition ones seem louder than the others. I don't know if it's, or maybe it's just every now and then it happens and it's not a particular type. I guess I don't know that it's a type of building, but it might be. It might be. Ooh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen a level 4 to be purchased before. Or if I mean, that's 1,600. Holy smokes. That makes me want to build more factories. It kind of reminds me of like a game like Heroes of Might and Magic, where you think you're tough until you see what tough really is, and someone shows up on your shores and just absolutely wipes through you. All right. That's the end of that. Now, what are we going to do up here? Let's fix our wall. Honestly, the wall has held up really well. Although we lose stuff once in a while. So, what do we got room for? Oh, a fair amount. I talked about filling in the mortars at the back. Still don't hate that idea. Two more. Boom, boom. That looks like a pretty good mortar wall. We're testing a theory, folks. It's funny when you get a little facial hair. There's definitely an urge to play with it. You're like, Then I see those. You'll notice I never have thumbnails where I'm going, And what do we think of the mortar wall? So far, pretty effective. Definitely moved away from mines. I wonder, to me, mines are always kind of acts of desperation. It's like, oh, this isn't going as well as I thought. Let's put some mines out. And then you do that for a few turns to buy you time to build back your defenses. I mean, it's pretty good. Should check the range of a mortar. I'm assuming it's bigger than the others. I will check that here shortly. If I compare that range to that range, well, I mean, it's bigger, but it's not like wow bigger. Okay. Still have managed not to inadvertently buy a barracks. Kind of proud of myself there. All right, the move is going to be interesting. So I could put that somewhere more useful. Down here is definitely a mess. But I think what I'm going to do is move this to the corner. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, ooh, a 3. Yes, please, let's do that. If those had showed up in a different order, I might have moved something else. Ooh, a 3 house. I like that a lot. Okay. That is looking good. It's weird to have 369 resources and have stuff pop up that you can't afford. Nope, sorry, buddy. Oh, okay, that was dumb. That was dumb. Cool. It's giving me a nice set of options, though. I've been able to spend most of my money pretty effectively. That was nice. I didn't even see that coming, actually. Where am I sitting? Oh, I can buy some more stuff. Now, I was going with the full mortar backline, and then we'll move forward after that. I think that still makes sense. One more. Now, I have gotten a little silly here, but there's room for one more right there. I mean, we like that, right? Oh, the wall. All right. We have almost a complete mortar backline. That feels like an accomplishment of some sort. I'm going to speed this up a little. I know this is the part that I thought would be the fun part of the game. But yeah. The difference between this and something like They Are Billions is They Are Billions gives you really interesting terrain challenges to build around, where this one's always just like a flat field, just like it's a flat field in the back. Those would be things where you could add complexity, right? Like if some of these spaces in the back had, mountains on them, or a river that you had to build around, that'd be a really easy way to do it. Just have a river cut through here, and with a bridge or two, and then you have to build around all that. That'd be, I think, a fairly simple way. You just have some unbuildable spaces. to add complexity, to make it a harder map to deal with. I think I mean, this game definitely has, you know, some nice stuff to build upon. So, you know, nothing but kudos for the developer here. What do we got? Machine guns. I'm going to get some more machine guns. I feel like those are pretty effective. Can I get... I'll get one more rocket launcher. Oh, no, can't place it. I don't... Okay. Well, maybe by the time I get done with this. I did things in kind of a wonky order that time. In general, that comes back to bite me. So I probably should stick to my process. To factory. Yeah, I got a mess over here. Ooh, level 3. That's intriguing. You kind of build towards there. Ooh, a level 3 factory. Oof. Gonna need to move something at some point. Ooh, level 2. Oh, I did it wrong. And I didn't have the money for it. Or resources for it. That is interesting because I don't often run into a situation where I don't have the resources for something. All right. There it is. Bought some more machine guns, filled out the back rank with mortars. We're going to speed it up a little bit. We're on day 34. I mean, I don't remember when this was cut, but, you know, I'd love to say it's just due to my expertise, improving my actual knowledge, but I also have the upgrades. Like, I didn't even have mortars and rocket launchers before as an option to place. I wonder, as you speed up the game, do the clicking on the boosters, do you have less time to do that? It'd be nice if you still have the same amount of time because your reflexes haven't gotten faster. But interesting question. I know I'm doing things out of order again, but real quick, let's just get the wall fixed. Because if I ran out of time and didn't have the wall fixed, that could end very poorly. All right. Now, trying to remember where I was research-wise when I made that change. Ooh, what am I going to do here? There's moves that are kind of neat opportunities when you get to where I'm at. Be nice to put a 3 here, wouldn't it? I don't think I've got a move I need. And I have to skip... Oh, that I like. I have to skip past it anyway. I mean, how about just another 5 research, right? Okay. Level 3 house. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Ooh, boy, it's just really coming together for me. Now, the move I did not need before, but I could use one now. I'm just going to move this to the corner. Or as close to the corner as I can get. Oh, a level 4 factory. That would have been cool. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Now. Oh, that was dumb. I should put it down there. Oh, well. How am I doing? After pointing out that I screwed up. How am I doing? Well, buddy. Got news for you. All right. That's that. Oh, well, we lost several mortars. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, problem solved. A couple more rocket launchers. Gonna start way outside with them. We'll do a couple of machine. Oh, I've used up all my space. Okay. Well, I need more housing. We'll go faster on this. I don't think I'm under the... I can always slow it down if we get high drama moments. Feels like right now I think I upgraded my defenses overall. I definitely lost some last time, and that's going to come back to bite me unless I really stick with the ammunition production. I also wonder, you know, But I do like another set of walls, and like when my mines go off, they hurt my own walls and units. That's another unknown for me. Oh, that looked pretty good. I feel like we came through that in really good shape. Oh, there's a toy. Nope, didn't make it. All right, there's that. Also wish I could zoom out just a little bit further, especially in the city section. Or maybe that everything was just a little smaller. I love the detail. You know, I think I've mentioned the ambiance is a lot of what I like about this game. But so I love the detail and the people walking around, but does it add to the game? You know, I guess ambiance is important. I shouldn't underestimate that. That came together nicely. Almost did the barracks thing. Been complimenting myself on not doing it. Seems like the perfect time to actually do it. Okay, what do we see? What do we see? 222. Ooh, level up. My favorite card. Now, what's my biggest constraint? Ammo's been an issue, but I don't have any. Oh, I do have a 4. Do that. Cool. All right. Research, you know, I thought I would be able to rebuild to where I was when I sold some research in a trade, but that has proved to be harder than I thought it would be. Okay. You know, I get enough moves and stuff that at this point, and I have enough money because I focused on factories. That's kind of my theme. I don't feel like I have to think too much on the placement, which actually I like having to like really focus on the placement. If I want that, I'll just play chess, I think. Okay. I can get a little bit more, or maybe I lost stuff. I probably lost stuff. And it's funny when you compare, like these are phrased different, 1.015 versus, you know, it's 1.07 versus 1015. It's like, wait, how much is what now? All right, so I think I can get another rocket launcher there? No, I can't. Okay. Oh, and I lost the mortar. I didn't pick up on the fact that I'd lost mortars. Yowza, okay, well, maybe the end is near, folks. I've got a lot of money. I've talked about mines being my desperation act. I kind of feel like I might be in desperation mode, so let's just drop some mines. I don't want to lose a bunch of stuff. Although, again, I've got a ton of ammo, so rebuilding wouldn't be all that difficult. I'm to the point where I have a lot of ammo, a lot of resources. Maybe I should be building my research, and I know that I've wanted to be doing that. I've talked about it a lot, but maybe that's the next, you know, if I'm going to last, say, 5 more rounds, and there's not a lot I can do because of the housing. Although I'm saying that, why not just build out the housing instead of the research so I last longer, so the research has an opportunity to do their research. Research is such an interesting thing because just like real life, you know, it tends to be a lot invested in research before you get a reward. Oh, speaking of expeditions, did I do mine? Did my guy die? There they are. I had a successful expedition. That would have been probably super handy to have. Okay, well, let's do more new. Or I guess I only have one guy, but let's go do it. Well, 84%. We like that. Okay, let's get some buildings. Let's go. It's an interesting game because there's certainly different ways to play it. Like you could play it very thoughtfully and like do this, then do that, or you can play it fast like I'm doing, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, move things when I need to. I'm not optimizing the game, you know, getting like the best possible performance, but I'm having a lot of fun, you know, and that's not irrelevant. I think the fact that they give you the move thing is awfully nice. And so I can tuck stuff into the corners like that. Wow, that is a big pile of garbage is what that is. I don't want to do this. Be nice to build something cool. I'm going to that there. That seems like a good use of a move. Okay. Make sure I got the right one there. Now there's some stuff that's misplaced. Ooh, a 3 factory. Huh, that's convenient. Now I've really got the factories in a mess. That's the research I talked about. Skip that. So helpful to just skip factories. Obviously it's allowing me to build up the other areas quite a bit more, which is super nice. Hello, little kitty. Ooh, okay. Oh, level up, and I can afford it. Yes, please. Let's go housing. That's a constraint for us. Let's move it. Let's move the house. Boom. Okay, wow, I still have 800. That blows my mind. Wow. Okay, what are we going to move? Well, hello. Hello, how are you? Yeah, oh yeah, you tear that up. You show it who's boss. Something up here, because this is a disaster. Move the 5 to the corner. Hello. Arctic Kitty. Arctic Panther. Arctic Panther has a lot better sound than Arctic Kitty. Arctic Kitty. Doesn't sound like something to be afraid of. Okay, I'm probably running out of time. So let's be smarter about this. How am I doing on time? Ooh, I am running out of time. Okay, but we're done there. Let's buy the mortar. We're short a mortar. And then buy a couple more of the rocket launchers because they're new and fun. I like playing with new and fun toys. Maybe. I wonder if I'm going to have to push forward. I kind of feel like I am. Okay. Yeah, I need to move everything over, which I'm sure will use all of my time here, so no big deal. Of course, it's the outside part, but it is interesting that I am maxed out for space, pretty much, in my 2-row structure. And I would need all of those walls to disappear. All right, let's just buy something and see if we can place it. Yeah, okay. Well, there it is. I mean, you don't get any more secure than that with 2 rows, right? Now the question is, where do I go from here? Because I don't really want to tear down all those walls. Just mechanically, like, it seems really boring. If I were you, I wouldn't want to watch me tear down all those walls. I think it'd be the smart thing if I was really trying to be like the best. But we're just trying to have fun. I don't think I'm going to tear down all those walls. I think that's going to be like an inner defense point to protect my keep. Although they may tear down. Actually, that's interesting. They did quite a number on the walls. That's interesting. I think what I might try. They really took it out on those walls. Okay. Sure. Do I? Oh wow! I have a lot of reconstruction to do too. Yeah, the ammunition. It's louder. The sound effect is, I'm almost certain, louder. Okay. I'm feeling a little bit of pressure, like, oh, build. I want to find a 4 that I can make into a 5. Seems like the best possible use of something like that. A level up. Nice. Ooh. Let's put a 3 in the corner. Nice. Oh, and a move. Well, moving the 5 to the corner. See, ooh. I also have a 4 right there. That's kind of in the way. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked that. I think I wasted one. Oh, well. Boom. That's nice. Talk about something that needs to move. That might be it. Boy, nice that it's being so generous with what it's giving me there. All right, coming to regret the poor use of my, what's that called? Whatever it's called. All right, let's build back, folks. Funny, I've got 10,000 ammo points, so like buying a few extra mortars, no big deal. Like, sure. All right, we like that. Now, walls. I think I will leave them there. Now, how I build forward from there is going to be interesting because it seems like a risky endeavor. Plus, why did I lose a bunch of stuff? Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to start on a flank, I think. How much money do I have? 2. Move that. That'll be nice as a protective item. Then we're just going to machine gun, rocket launcher, and that's all I can afford. Okay, now let's put a wall around that. How am I doing time-wise? I am doing well. We're going to build a wall. And we'll just see if we can kind of come over from that point. I'm going to put a few mines around that since it is, you know, fairly developmental. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. We'll find out. But certainly, you would think, it'll be interesting to see, like, how much more secure is the left flank than the right flank. Does it take a... Oh, interesting. The mortars are not necessarily one-shotting these new tougher zombies. What are we on? Day 38. As you get towards 40, zombies get much tougher, apparently. That'd be another thing if I could just click on a zombie and it would tell me about that zombie. That'd be kind of cool. Like, what kind of attack does it, you know, is it a melee attack? Is it a ranged attack? How many hit points does it have? All that stuff would be kind of cool. How many boosters we have, just out of curiosity. I should probably try using one just to see if it makes a difference, but I'm not sure how I know it was making a difference. Seems like this is held up pretty well over here. Maybe I'll start in on from the other side, and I'll meet the middle. I'm picturing a world where I clear the flanks first, and then just mortars raining on them in the middle. Okay. I'd say that went pretty well. I wish I knew, like, if I listen to those news reports, will they stop? Because that's kind of the goal. All right. Well, yeah, I know a lot about Arctic panthers. They're always telling me about them. Yeah. You want to tell me more about them? You want to tell me about life as an Arctic panther? Yeah? Okay. You would know a lot more. Oh, wow. That is... I mean, actually, I'm glad that all 3 showed at once. Like, seriously? Yeah, I thought maybe I was in a world where that was all I was ever going to get from now on. They're like, you really need barracks, dude. Like, no, I don't. Unless I really do and don't know it. Wow, look how much I have left to spend. I have no way to go forward. I guess I could have bought barracks. I don't want the barracks. It's just going to take up space. Actually, it's kind of nice because I have 4 things, so the quarters work out. When there's 5, it always feels a little bit like you're pressured for space, right? But 4, you know, it's built in a square. 4 is a good number if you're trying to organize yourself around a square. All right, let's buy a couple more of everything. Let's try it. Let's put a couple mortars, and then we went machine gun. Oh, can I not do machine gun? Oh, okay. Well, needed to do more with housing, obviously. Boom. Well, hello, Arctic Panther. Way to make your presence felt. 5 mines. I have so much ammo. All right. Boom. Both sides safe. Now, I'm wondering how much more at... Oh, I didn't fill in the back line where I lost stuff. That probably needs to be my priority as opposed to building forward. Especially the mortars back there. Although, really, I'm still defending this back line more than I'm defending the forward line in terms of where's the pressure points. I wonder, you know, the audio on the commentary is very processed, so it really could have been almost any voice that does that. I wonder if it was the designer. That'd be kind of cool. How you doing? There's an Arctic Panther tail screaming right by. Yeah, she probably thinks she's on the show and is the star. Food for ammo? I don't need ammo. Resources for... That's a lot of research, but that's a lot of research. I'm going to go that route. We're going to kind of take a buy on building for a turn, which I don't know that that's a smart move, but I think that's what we're going to do. I would like to build houses. Like if I get to build anything, I'd like it to be houses. Oh, wait, I have way more points than I thought I did. It's like, oh, I'm using all of it. No, I'm using all the extra. Oh, wow. Wow. And that's how I roll. Okay. Yeah. What needs move? This is still my biggest disaster. So I think I'm simply going to move the 5 over 1. What do you think there? What are you thinking? He's thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. But she might be right, folks. She might be right. Okay. Yeah, and now I can't do that. Okay. Brilliant. All right. Some little pro level play here, folks. Get your tips here. All right, but I have not lost the forward units, and that's a pleasing thing to me. Now, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I can't place more because I didn't build anything, because I wasn't very smart. Oh, Arctic Panther, really? She's like, oh, that hand on the mouse, it seems to be moving, and it feel like it could be petting me and isn't. And that is a fact. There we go. She wanted on camera is what she wanted. All right, let's build a few more mines. We have so much money. All right, boom. Let's go. Not well played that time at all. I guess I have one more gun because I was able to build in one in the back pocket. Oh, so there's that. I'm definitely getting in on my... Interesting, the right flank almost seems more secure than the left. Oh, a lot of boxes out there. I missed several. But I had a kitty. You gotta have priorities in this role. And kitties need to be towards the top of the priority list. Oh, they'll let you know that, by the way, if you don't know that already. It'll be interesting to see, because we'll, you know, as we extend out here, we're not using the wall for our defensive. I put a factory... you would think with 4 units, but you got to admit, like in my defense, the color palette between these two is very close. Like that's something I would like to see change. Anyway, moving on. All right, let's build. Let's build. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually, that was a terrible placement there, but it's all good. It's all good. How am I going to do this? Like that. Oh, there's the move that I now need since I've bungled things. But is that what I want to move? What do I most want to move? And probably is a 5 to a corner. Or, you know what I could do? Is put a 3 where it will form up with other 3s, but I don't have that up here. That's interesting. Okay. What about here? No. This seems like an opportunity. Not really, though. Huh. Here. And... oh, there's what I need to do is move the factory. Durr. Okay. There. Solve that problem. Ooh, for level 3, that's pretty nice. Yeah, right there. Boom. That wasn't even the combo that I saw in my head. It's ironic. Okay, I have an enormous amount of money to spend, but it is being very kind in what it's giving me to spend. All right, another move. The moves take a lot of thought, and I am kind of in a time crunch. Ooh, but this is too good to pass up. Okay. What am I doing time-wise? Wow, I am running out of time, folks. I think I'm gonna go real quick. Let's make sure we don't get something amazing. Okay, that's cool. Let's move the 5 to the corner. Boom. Okay. And that's that. Let's firm up down here. Okay, there's that. We need some good. Oh, I have goodies. I just haven't been able to place the goodies. Okay. We build forward. And that's all I can build. It's a step forward. We'll take it. I'm going to run out of time real soon. All right. And hey, boom. What are we on? Level 41. Honestly, I've gotten to 40 easier than I thought, because I thought it would probably really ramp up around 40. All right. You know, I was listening to a little of the audios. You know, there's a naughty word, but there's also some neat language like meat bags and things like that. I prefer that quite a bit. Now, I don't swear much in real life, so of course I prefer that. But just from a creativity standpoint, I think it's more interesting. All right, so that actually went a little better. I know we added an item, but it seemed like it made a nice difference. Okay. The party going. Well, level up. That's about my favorite card. There's a 5 waiting to happen. Okay. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Let's put that there. And then that there. All right. A move. I just made it 5. 5's going corners. Okay. Hello, my Arctic Panther needs some attention. What do you find so interesting about that screen you're staring at? How can that compete with a kitty? I know, that's a fair question. You are spot on with that. I think most people would agree with you. All right. You know, we've definitely gotten to the point where I can't spend all my money, all my resources, because I don't have enough options. How am I doing? Do I have room for a little something more? How about a rocket launcher right there? You got any room for a mortar? No, that's all I'm allowed. Okay, a couple more mines, and I think we're in pretty good shape. 14,000 ammo left over. So there certainly are some limitations with this build. You know, population is a big one. And once you get to the point where you can't spend all your money because you're not buying barracks, so there's no point in having barracks. I mean, I could buy barracks and just have them be dead space. I almost need a destroy building card for that. It could be real cheap, like, hey, for free, destroy a building. But it's really going to limit how quickly I can build out. Whoa, did I lose stuff? What level are we on? 42. Wow, did that ramp up? Either that, and I can't tell because I don't have stats, but either that or some of those guys were low hit point to start with. To me, that doesn't seem to be the case. I know, you are just getting like, hey, you need to focus on your kitty. You should know this. Alright. Focus on the kitty. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that that needs to be your priority, mister. Your kitty is right here and needs pets. Right? I mean, yeah, right? Of course. Of course, right. Alright, there she goes, airborne. Yeah, you didn't pet me up there, so that's fine. Sometimes I do pet her up there, but I can't imagine that being good on camera. Okay, kitty. Yes, you are in the way. Why were you asking? Why were you asking? Why were you asking? I'd like to know. All right. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely starting to run out of space a little bit. It's also hard to play when there's a kitty rubbing against your mouse hand. Yeah, that makes it more challenging. And she doesn't seem like she cares, if I'm being honest. Okay, we got to rebuild, folks. Now, the question is, I guess I could go layers deep on the mortar, right? Do I dare? I'm going to buy some more mortars and start to build out like an entire mortar defensive space. All right. Buy a bunch of stuff so I'm set to go with it. And that's it. Okay. Can I fit another mortar? No. Okay. So let's get some wall built. We took some damage there. This will be interesting because I've gone very heavy mortar in the center. And I don't have... You know what I could do? What if we put a wall all the way across? Is it time for that? I certainly need to be extending it a little bit. And what about mines? I always talked about mines being the thing that helps you extend. Let's do some mines. And by some mines, I meant a lot of mines. How am I doing? Running low on time, actually. That's a lot of mines. I've never placed this many mines before. New strategy. My cat is like, where's that sound coming from? All right, let's go. This will be interesting. What do you think? Yeah. You're a lover. You're a lover cat right now. Sometimes you're a wild-eyed kitty cat who just wants to hunt, but right now you're a lover. Yeah. I mean, the mines are getting used, I'll just say that. I don't think I set out too many. We're out of mine, and there's a whole second wave. I wonder how it works. Like, for every 20 days, do you end up with, like, an extra wave, a full wave of zombies? The airbornes are definitely the problem here. I don't know if there's some weapons that hit them and some that don't. Ooh, research collection. I don't need food efficiency, so let's confirm that. How are we doing on expeditions? We had another good expedition. Claim the rewards. Okay, well let's do another one after that. Let's keep the expeditions flowing, folks. Oh, I've got 3? Okay, that's 1. Survival chance is 0. Oh, there. Okay. Send that expedition. And, oh, well, that's an 84% chance. We like that. Okay, we got 3 expeditions going. I now can say that I've had my first ever successful expeditions. All right, there's that. And then, oh, I lost the forward mortars. And I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be focused. Oh, is that it? That's all I can build. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be as focused on building out the mortars on the side. You know, maybe the front row should be a little more direct damagey. Oof, do I build wall or I'm going to try wall. I'm going to go straight across the wall. Actually, we're going to do the thing where we try one side wall, one side mines. And just see which one we like. Okay. So wall on this side. And mines over here. We'll just see which one the zombies mined. Yeah, pretty cool. We're going a lot more random on our minefield. It'll be interesting to see if the designer does make what I would call later game improvements where you need to buy things in mass. You know, I was mentioning before, and I still feel like I'd like the ability to buy units by five mines at a time instead of one mine at a time. That would be a nice way to handle larger numbers more efficiently. And I want, whoops, that's not where I meant for that to go. I wonder if they'll start to add those sorts of enhancements as hopefully the game gets more popular. I think it's a very good game. And so I probably did not need to spend the money that way. What I really need is housing. And I do have this, limitation because I only have so many reshuffles. And I don't need barracks. That worked out nice. But at least it's giving me good options for houses. And that's the end of that. Okay, and we're built out down there. So I'm going to move this mine. Actually, we do still want to protect those guys. But we've got more fence. Let's see what that does. How big a difference is more fence versus ton of mines? I'll be curious to see like what's left. Like, did the fence last better? Because the mines are going to blow up. We kind of proved that last time. Like, those mines will be gone. How does that compare to the fence? But, you know, when the fence dies, it doesn't kill any zombies. When the mine dies, it takes out zombies. That's kind of nice. What you doing there, Arctic Panther? Just playing games with you. You know, we're just having fun, hanging out together. It seems like the fence is holding up pretty good. Seems like the fence held up really good. Mines didn't do bad either. We apparently just adding more things to shoot might have been the secret. Okay. Not helping, kitty. Don't care. Don't care, Dad. Not even a little. Okay, what do we see here? Not the start I was looking for. Hard to spend all your money with those kind of cards. Oof, joy. Tough times, tough times. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're shuffling a lot because we're not getting good cards. That's what we're doing. Nope. One more time. Oof, boy, that was rough. Oh, I did the thing. I did the thing with the house. Ugh. Okay. Now, I know I've got a guy who returns expeditions faster, but it looks like it affects everybody. Everybody's going the same pace. Okay. We didn't lose much for units. That's kind of nice. Now, can I build? Oh, I can build more. Cool. I need a... Nope, don't need that. Funny, I can spend what at one point in time would have been a lot of money and really not care because I have tons of money. Okay. And the fence has held up very well. It must store damage. In other words, the damage lasts because otherwise it wouldn't make a ton of sense that you just have some random wall in the back disappear. Let's do a little of that here. I'm not anti-mine. But I do like the idea of the fence stretching all the way across, and I think I can afford that. And honestly, I could mine the whole area in front of it too. All right, that looks pretty good. And I can't buy any more emplacements, I don't think. Yeah, that's all I'm allowed to have. Okay. It's weird seeing these kind of numbers in the thousands. I wonder for people who are, well, a lot of super fast. You can run through the wall? Because there's bodies on the other side of the wall. Do they have guys that can just run through walls and not destroy the wall? That seems extra unusual. Maybe a wall climber, but boy, it sure seems like he should have slowed down as he was going vertically instead of horizontally. Well, I mean, this seems like a pretty good setup. We're on day 45. You can see where the games, you know, I thought if this is a quick, short game, once you get your bonuses, your long-term bonuses, and assuming your level of play improves at the same time, you definitely end up with, wow, a 4. You definitely end up with it being a much longer game. That wasn't very well done. No barracks, no barracks. Oh, I think I cursed myself with that one. It is just really interesting not being able to buy your way through some of these situations. So that you can get a reshuffle, right? So I'm out of reshuffles. I can't buy the barracks because I'm not using barracks. Yeah, it's just interesting. We good? Have we placed every? Oh, we can place more. Okay. Well, how about another rocket launcher there? A machine gun? Another mortar? Nope, that's it. Okay, I'm going to try it without the mines and just see how we hold up. It's interesting, it does use food. Must be based on citizens as opposed to... or citizens must use food in addition to soldiers, which totally makes sense. Oh, I gotta speed this up, man. I'm like, they're so slow. Need to been in here for a minute. It is nice that we have that option, because I'm not even on max speed yet. Like, for those first 10 rounds, you know you're gonna win if you have your wall built up, and I don't even have a max wall yet. So, you know, there's no reason not to just be like, zoom through that. You could almost have it where you would just flat out skip it, but then you would die or something awful would happen. You'd be like, how did that happen? At least if it's moving fast, I have a sense for what happened. Okay, we lost some walls there for sure, but we didn't lose much else. I think it was mostly just walls that got destroyed. Although they did take a beating without the mines there. The forward wall, obviously. Do I need this back wall? Or is that just taking up space where I could have... Once they get to... If they get to that back wall, then I'm going to lose the next round anyway, right? So I don't know that I should need to keep fixing up the back wall. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, bring it. That's a move is exactly what we need. A level 4 factory. Boy, that's nice. And also very nice to be able to afford it. I guess that's one of the benefits of having not being able to spend all of your money. Doesn't feel like a benefit at the time, but I think it is. Still giving me lots of factory options. Ooh, another move. Tempting. Oh, that's poorly placed. Let's see. What do we want to move? I'm going to move this 3 that spot and get double 4s. Oof. Ooh, and then we want to move this 4 over and get a 5. I like that. And it's even kind of out of the way, which I like. Oh, I didn't See that happening. That turned out way better than I thought it was gonna. All right, that was my last reshuffle. Moment of truth. At least I'll get... Wow, some of these are turning out way better than I thought they would. Yeah, oh, level 2. That's cool. All right, so that is that for now. Well, I do hear you. Yes, you need some loving. I'm just staring at the screen, which is a complete waste of time. A strong argument right there. Did I already build everything up front? It's funny because I've sort of switched my... or almost done. Switched my process from working on the back first to working on the front first. But used to be I had to work on the back first to get the resources to work on the front. Now I have so many resources that really doesn't matter what happens in the back, which is just a weird place to be in. I'm actually getting a little sore. When you're old like me, like even just sitting in one place for a long period of time can be like, my hips, you know. And I'm getting that from playing this game, which means I've been playing this game a long time, which makes sense. I'm on day 47, so yeah, I have been playing this game a long time. I know. Part of me wants... that's something I wish I had as a save button, because as these games get longer, you know, it's hard for me to dedicate an hour to play a game. So the inability to save it and then come back later, especially, right, I'm set on this timer. I wasn't thinking that time would be a problem. I really didn't expect to be this successful without soldiers. You know, not building any soldiers, I was like, well, I'm not going to last long. But turns out, yeah, you do last long. Just kind of, level up, my favorite card. Let's see, I need to level up my buildings more than anything else. So there's a 5. We like that. All right. Those were nice cards. Those were very nice cards. About the best cards. Or some of the best cards. Okay. That's nice. We want another level up. Yes, please. And I'm just going to hit this guy. All right. Well, I almost bought the barracks. And we were wondering, at least I was wondering if I was going to do that. Turns out, do we have successful expeditions? Okay. I need to move something. Or I get to move something. What do we want to move? I want to move it. Anything great there? Any great combo? Oh, actually, there's a nice little combo. Right, like that. And I got 3 4s there if I ever am so fortunate. Okay. So, what? You are absolutely right. I should not be spending my day this way. Yeah. No, no one's going to argue with that. Oh, no, you fell over. You need pets and scritches to get back on your feet. Definitely. Yeah, man, how many times do I have to tell you I need pets and scratch? Oh, there's a fighter. There's a wild-eyed kitty cat we've been talking about. Usually by now we have played with her toys, so I bet she is like, Dad, you're forgetting something kind of important here. I don't know if I did that right. Okay, what can we do up here? We can mend our walls and then see what else we can place. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I wish I could save it. That would be probably the first thing. Well, other than the color palette change, that would be awfully nice. And something that, as you know, if you're a developer, probably something you want to do sooner rather than later. Okay, where are we at? We're at a machine gun. I put that there. Oh, we're definitely building this bad boy out. A rocket launcher? Yes, I can. Another machine gun? Yes, sir. What about another rocket launcher? Oh, yes. Okay, how about some mortars? Wow. How am I able to build? I did do that much housing because I put a focus on the housing. Well, that has obviously yielded benefits. Wow. Oh, this is huge. Wow. Kind of can't believe how much I'm able to add. Wow, guys. This is stunning that I'm able to add that many things. Wow, we are absolutely going to demolish this level. First time I go, I've never tried it on max level. Let's see what it looks like. Max speed. Wow, definitely not in the mine business right now. Not needing those. Okay. Wow. Interesting. I never would have guessed that the soldierless build, without all of my upgrades and stuff, like I'm not max upgraded with my walls and that sort of thing, would have been pretty successful, I'm going to say. Okay, I've definitely, research-wise, gotten to the point, and I'm sure these expeditions have helped, gotten to the point where I am, see, I still like the survival stuff, but I think I'm going to be adding people soon, so I'm actually going to go and upgrade and go a medium level expedition. Lower survival chance. Sure, yeah, there are, but we should get big rewards, right? And we'll be adding units soon, is my thought process. Oh, golly. But yeah, I would not have guessed that I would be seeing, oh, that was poorly placed, that I would be seeing this level of success with a completely soldier-free build. It just seems ludicrous to me. Yes, like the rapper Y. My daughter was into ludicrous. Well, I think he's a guy who had, I don't want to call him a one-hit wonder, but I think he had like one big hit that everybody paid attention to. And so I'm sure it was somehow revolved around that. Okay, that's all we can do back there. Build out our walls. We did lose some stuff there. We are not losing anything on the back rows anymore. Almost need to have more loss. Actually, I could move stuff forward. That's how we do it. This is how, well, yeah, I was going to say it, but you beat me to it, yeah. Yeah, Dad, come on, man. Be cool. Be cool, Dad. No, don't play soldiers. We got some mortars. Oh, our fence has gotten a little mangled back there, but we decided we weren't going to rebuild it. I guess we're to the place where it's just all mortars all the time now. We need the range. Wow, okay. Oh, I forgot to build the wall there. I could have just moved one of those forward. It'll be interesting to see how much better the left flank holds up compared to the right, just with the extra mortars. Because otherwise they're identical-ish. I say identical-ish because the back line here is a little different. Oh, click on my... I've got to have a ton of boosters by now. Yeah. The booster element, I get it. Kind of cool, but not being able to dramatically see the exact impact. Like 10% increase. Like, I guess I don't need that to use it, but it just seems like by the time I'm using boosters, the game's pretty much over anyway. Maybe that's using boosters wrong. Yeah, dude, you need to start using your boosters way sooner. I'm going to get the research points. I've got more of everything than I can use, so that is definitely louder than everything else. The ammunition sound effect. All right, do I want to do this? This seems like a lot of work, but it does clear up space back there, which is one of our goals. Boom. We're just like a pile of mortars. It's a strategy. Whoops. Nope, not you. Right, like that. We did lose a lot up front. I'm kind of shocked at how much we lost up front. I wonder what, it seems like we lost more machine guns than anything else. I wonder, do they have less hit points? Or is it because they're from the back and they have taken, you know, a lot of damage in past runs, you know? I would think, geez, our mortars would just, oop, that was poorly done. Our mortars would so decimate them. Okay. And it's really just more mortars at this point. So I think even where the can I drag? Yeah, I can drag. That's cool. I think even where the fence was is going to end up being mortars. It's just going to be a line of mortars with a few other things in front. What are you thinking there? Thinking I'm wasting my day. And it's beautiful out. It's a beautiful fall day, Dad. Let me show you the outside. Let me go into the kittyverse with me. We'll explore cool things together. During the pandemic, I would take her for walks. She's almost like a dog that way, where you can take her for walks, which is a lot of fun. Who doesn't want a cat that acts like a dog? Wow, I lost a lot of stuff. That's catastrophic. Well, maybe we won't last much past level 50. Maybe we've found the limitations of at least my build. Oh, a move. I like the moves. Let's move this 5 into the corner. Okay. It's interesting how I use the moves now. It's more just a general organizational thing. Or times like that when I place the wrong unit in the wrong place. Please change the color palette. I'll just say that every time. I don't know. Like, I don't know if the developer, like, listens to, you know, streamers with, or not even streamers, guys with tiny channels. A level 4 factory, yes, please. Nowhere particularly interesting to put that, but... Okay, what are you doing down there? Looking at me like, very expectantly, like, come on, Dad. You know that your life revolves around me. I'm the kitty. I know, we should be doing something. Dad, how many times do I have to say it? Be cool, Dad. Be cool. Ooh, a move. I like the move option because I messed this up. Let's move that there. Okay. I'm definitely going to be running out of space at some point. Well, not blindingly obvious, but sooner than I thought, I think. And part of it is because I'm not a great builder, right? Okay, that's all I can do there. We got a lot of work to do up here. How am I doing time-wise? 40% done. Boom. So, fantasy football. We had the first game of the NFL season yesterday. Needless to say, I had CeeDee Lamb. Need him to catch more of those passes. All right, what do we see here? We are down quite a few units. It does seem like the machine guns are more apt to be destroyed. It's crazy how much money I have. I'm like, oh, let's just buy a bunch of those. Oh, no. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, and fill in with machine guns. Boom, and then let's add some mortars, because why not? I don't know how much housing I added this last time. A little bit, I think. Wow, must have been a fair amount. That's a lot of mortars. Oh, except I'm off by one. Yeah, I added a fair amount of housing. Because that's a lot of units. All right, 51. I know, you're giving me those eyes, man. I'm gonna go super speed because I got a kitty. Kitty needs to do something. Kitty took a big nap. I had to lock her out this morning because she was just like, yeah, let's go do something. So I've been pretty much a disappointment as an owner today. Yeah, I did not in any way expect to last over turn 50 or day 50 with a soldierless build. It would be interesting to see how far can I get with a soldier only build, none of the other stuff that I've unlocked, versus the soldierless build. Okay, things feel like they're getting louder. I'm sure that is impossible, but or at least unlikely. Ooh, level 3. Where to put it? There for now? Oh, goodness. I do enjoy this game. It's a fun game, folks. Recommend. Just kind of I mean, it's not super heavyweight. It's not one of those forever games that I would equate with something like Civilization or for me, Dominions. Dominions was always my forever game. That you could just, you know, Hearthfire 4 for some people. Like you could literally just play those games and your life would feel pretty complete. Ooh, this is going to complete. Where do I want it? I don't want it in there, but not going to happen. Okay. Ooh, a level 4 factory. Yes, please. I'm going to drop it in there and see what happens. That's what I was hoping would happen. I didn't even look. That's what it's come to, folks. It's not even looking to see what is going to combine. That is wild. But you get so many higher level things and opportunities to move stuff. It's like, it'll work out. It'll work out. Keep the cards coming, man. We've been getting good cards. Haven't built out the housing, so I'm not sure how much, you know, improved defenses we're going to have. But overall, we're not going to run out of money anytime soon. That's for sure. I like it when I hear things combine, even when I'm not looking to see what just happened. We'll go there. Yeah, I mean, I've been able to buy a lot of stuff, which is cool. All right, that is the end of that. Let's rebuild some walls. Okay. Oh, you know what I should do is pull walls from the back forward. That's what I should be doing. Wait, we definitely lose some of these front line things. That's for sure. I wonder, could you go with just a mortar build? Or do they, for example, not shoot stuff that's in the air? Really don't know on that one. Machine guns. Yeah. There. Yeah, rocket launcher. I am rebuilding them all. I suppose I put another line of walls in front of... Wow. Just wow. I mean, I could put another line of walls. Triple wall in front. The thing is, here's the thing. Do I want to build a triple wall in front when I'm to the point where I'm almost going to be pushing forward even more? What are you thinking? We're on day 52. Wow. Let's just go. Yeah, I know. I should put it on top speed. Your point's valid. Your point's valid. You're making good points. I like your arguments are logical. It's like I'm a cat. It's not like we're making dog arguments here. Not emotion-based. Yeah, I'm missing out on a lot of those bonus things, but I'm not going to use them. Let's be honest. How are we doing here? We're out and about? Okay. Well, I'm curious to see if any of those come back successful. I've never completed anything at that level. The second level of expeditions, the mediums. You know, of course, after we do the mediums, we're going to have to extend or hard. All right. Wait, like one factories are like, oh, really? I have to deal with a 1 for a factory? What do we see that we like here? I'm going to move this 4. Oh, I don't need more ammo, though. Oh, I used it. I used it to place it exactly where it was. Brilliant, brilliant. What I was going to do is build more housing, because that's my crunch, right? That's what I'm trying to work on. That's how I build my defenses up. But I bungled that. That's nice. It's interesting, the houses are starting to encroach on the ammo, but I got 36,000 ammo. I don't need ammo. Not anytime soon. All right, what do we see? All right, that's all of that. Now, let's keep pushing forward with our fencing. Clean up some more space. Our valuable defenses. Well, that's pretty solid. Okay. Now, we did lose a few things. Not too bad, though. Nope. Machine gun there. Yeah, I mean, just 2. That's pretty good. We add some more mortars. You know, the reason I'm going so heavy mortar, probably obvious, but it's for the range. Boom, let's go. Day 53. How far do I go? Like, I mean, at some point, is it endless? It can't be endless, right? Like that. At a certain point, they become so tough. But without the ability to save my game, how far do I let my? How long do I play? And is that inability to ramp up the difficulty level, is that a flaw with the game as it presently stands? Obviously, you know, a lot of games get improved. Oh, I'm not on high speed. It took me off of high speed when I started it. That's interesting. Also interesting that I didn't notice that. Who's paying attention here? I don't think I'd be going quite this fast if it weren't for the fact that I have a cat that really wants to go do something. I'm not sure either one of us know what she wants to do, but she definitely wants to go do something. Okay, definitely losing some units. Okay. Hard to find the sweet spot sound-wise. All right, so what do we got? Definitely giving me a bunch of barracks. Where to move? I got a 5 here. Let's move that there. Oh, this has not been a good round, folks. Oh, I did the house placement thing again. Doggone, man. How many times have I had to use them in that fashion? And I know it's a me thing, but at a certain point, if you have enough me things, maybe it's not a me thing. All right, that's all of that. Let's defend. Which time do I have? I have a lot of time. Yeah, it's like, no, you don't. Nope, you're running out of time. I'm about to go nuclear. And she has a kitty door. Like, she can get out. It's not like I'm keeping her in. I definitely think she wants either me to play with her because there's not anything fun to go catch outside. She's a former stray and is very good at catching animals. She doesn't kill them. Like, I shouldn't say that. She usually doesn't kill them, the exception being birds. She just brings them in to the house, plays with them for a while, and then I get to trap them and take them back outside for her to catch again. I say catch again because there was a snake this year that had very, very bright, distinct coloring. I'm pretty sure it was in my house multiple times. Like, that snake has definitely had some bad days. Yeah, Kitty's like, well, I've had bad days too because my owner wouldn't, I shouldn't say owner, when my dad wouldn't play with me. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wow. It's definitely a mortar build. Like, that's got to be a way to play this game. That's a lot of mortars, folks. What are we on? Day 54? Let's speed it up. Mortars were just instantly more impressive than the other two weapons. When I was running those little tests early on, that's why I've chosen the mortar build as opposed to a rocket build. The other thing I think is nice about the mortars is they do have that extra range. And, you know, when you're, what are we, 4 deep here with a particular emplacement, might as well be mortars. They've got the range. Like, my back ones aren't even shooting. I don't think a mortar in the back line has shot this entire game. Okay, that's all. Oh, specialist did not return, but some did. Game saved. Now, it says game saved. It said game saved. Maybe it's auto saved, and I am overthinking this because it is saved. I'm not confident in that. I wish I had tested it with a not 55 level game. Plus, I'm getting so much research with each round now. So I don't think I'm going to quit out now, but I do need to test that, because maybe it appears I may have been complaining a lot for no reason. How unlike me. Not. Okay, that was all nice, because research is kind of what I'm all about these days. I don't hate that there's multiple barracks in that same spot, because I feel like, I'll admit, when I placed that 4, I was hoping everything would kind of combine. I'm assuming it evenly distributes cards. Hopefully, I mean, I understand that it doesn't change the probability that I would get another barracks card, but in my mind it feels that way. No, house. Cool. Well, that is a nice combo. I do like the way they combine. I think that's fun and makes a cool sound and all those good things. I think I've said it before. But when you're playing a 55-round game, you tend to start to repeat yourself. I'm just saying. I know. And you're right. You're not wrong. You know, if you're not wrong, why are you not taking action here? And that is a fair complaint. Oh, except I don't need a factory thing. I need here. Let's move this 5 over there. How you doing? There we go. All right, a 2. And okay. One more time. Oh yeah, that worked out nice. Okay, it's down here. Oh, that was dumb. That was so dumb. Oh, doggone it. Okay. I don't know what I'm complaining about. The difference, the impact on this game of making a small error at this point is so small. Because things are just kind of rolling right now. Oh, wow, that's nice. It's become a little like the lottery when I place things like, will it combine? It's like, no. But as often as not, it's yes these days. Okay, now, what needs to go where? Is there an opportunity to create something cool? What do you think? I suppose there's got to be something up with the factories, because I've got so many factories. Yes. Let's do that. All right, that's the end of that. We got to rebuild up here. How am I doing time-wise? Ooh, I am low on time. We're just gonna drop walls. Not the efficiency I was hoping for, but boy, I'm a lot more busted up than I thought I would be. Okay, machine gun. Boom. Rocket launcher. Boom, boom. Then fill in mortars. And literally fill in. That's a lot of mortars, folks. Okay, what do we think? Fingers on the wrong keys. What are you thinking? I wonder if emplacements are just treated as soldiers. That would be a good thing to know. If somebody does know that, wants to drop it in for everybody, that'd be great. I say for everybody, I mean for me. Wow, I got pretty cleared out over here. Things are ramping up, day 55. Things get more difficult. Although, honestly, it's easy for me to rebuild that. I have almost 50,000 ammo, you know? It's not quite the high drama I make it out to be. Oh, I forgot to clear all my stuff. All right, now what are we doing? Nice. Oh, I did it again. Oh, goodness. That one is close enough. I probably could build away. Like if I put a 1 here, it's going to be out of that space. Okay, that's all she wrote. Okay. How am I doing time-wise? Absolutely fantastic. Let's keep building. Because that actually was the closest we've had to a real threat from, you know, I mean, we lost a lot of stuff there. All right. can always add mines. But I'd like to fill everything in and just see how long I can last at that point. And I clearly have not filled everything in yet. I'm also using this sort of alternating approach between machine guns and rocket launchers. I don't know if that's like genius level play. I guess probably not, just based on my history. Let's throw that out there. Oops, everything's off. World is chaos. Okay. What is that? That's everything? Okay. Boom. He doesn't like to be held, so I think that's part of that feral nature where she's like, I need my ability to escape at any moment. I don't like to be in the clutches of my human. You know, at a certain point, I am going to have to just quit and see if things save. I'm, in my mind, earning so many research points. You know, I'm over 1,000. It's just hard to kind of pass up. Anywho, okay, it looks like expeditions came back as failures. Boom. Okay. Can I build more expeditions? Yes. Let's go long. Let's go big. Go big or go home. Boop. Yeah, just to see what it does. Okay. Funny how we don't even think about food. It's just really don't need much food-wise. Oh, I was going to come down this way with it. What? Now is an opportunity. Okay, problem solved. That actually turned out pretty nice. Pretty inefficient build. Looks a little Swiss cheesy. That's nice, though. Yeah, definitely running out of space, but I think it need to be done anyways, so I don't hate that. Trying to remember. Oh, not again. Jeez. I'm trying to remember if I have built out I fixed all my wall problems. Give me a move. Ah, dastardly. I want to move it, move it. Cool. And that's the end of that. Did I fix all this? No. No is the answer to that question. Medium amount of time. Maybe I should, well, no. We're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish this and then fill in as we see fit. So now this project is done. Who would have thought we would ever be in a situation where we just be crushing through. What is it? 4 deep on mortars? I mean, I did not see that. Well, I didn't know mortars were like super powerful either, so that's part of it. Yeah. Well, I mean, your argument is sound. I'm not debating that. Okay, day 57. I think at day 60. Oh, I forgot to fix the rest of my fence. Yeah. High level play. I'm feeling a little rushed by my kitty. So let's say we go to 60 and then we step away and we can come back later. Man, it feels like it's been like a super long episode. Not fixing the fence seems like maybe it was not a good idea. I do wonder, could I just do mortars? Is that even an option? Or do they shoot the air stuff? Ooh, I lost a lot of mortars. Okay. Oops. Okay, well that happened. Maybe I won't make it to 60. Maybe I am closer to the end than I thought. Wow, that's a lot of stuff, folks. Well, that is unimpressive. That is also unimpressive. We have to re-roll every time. We're not going to be making much progress. Move. That is exactly what I want to do. Not sure. 3 factory. That's kind of nice to tuck back in there. Wow, that was a combo I was not expecting. Feels like I just hit a jackpot. Okay, well now I have the walls all cleared out from behind, so that's good to know. I can just rebuild. We did learn the importance of walls the hard way, but we also have an enormous amount of money, and rebuilding is not a problem at this point. I wonder if I can get the build the way I want it to be done. Do I have, you know, oh, wait, what did I do wrong? Got something somewhere it doesn't belong. Yep, that's the problem. Boom. Yeah, I was just saying, do I have the time? Well, not if you play like that. Not if you are constantly moving stuff around. Okay, and now let's go heavy on the mortars. How much time? Boom. Okay. Yeah, we took a beating there, that's for sure. And that's all I'm allowed? So let it be done. Day 58, folks. Going to 60. I wonder if there is a limit. Like, if I hit day 100, you know, is the game able to handle that? Or is it like, oh, I'm not allowed to have 3 digits in the day? What are you doing? She's like, what are you doing? Oh, wait, same boring thing you've been doing for hours. I mean, it feels like hours, right? How long is the video going to be? Apologies. I'll praise myself. If I'm able to quit this and then come back, then we'll know we can keep these a little shorter. And honestly, I'm not sure. Oh, well, that's not very exciting. Didn't even get a choice. That's kind of boring. Honestly, like, I mean, if I'm able to go like to turn 60 with this weirdo build, other than like I'm already putting challenges in front of myself that are sort of made up, and I'm only going to be better, right? Because I will have, excuse me, I'll have be able to make probably quite a few research improvements. This, oh, I can't get rid of it once I've done it. Okay, well, it is what it is. But where I was going with that is, you know, I'm only going to be better, like have, whoops, more options of stuff to do, or my wall will be improved. So, is that it? Is that all I'm allowed to do? Yeah, okay. So, it almost seems too easy, like maybe it needs to ramp up a little more quickly. Let's pick it up. Day 59. We're gonna do one more after this, folks, and then we'll step away. And then do I come back and see, like, push it to the limit? See how far I can take this? I mean, it's interesting from that perspective. It's just gotten too long. Like, I'm tired of sitting. I'm sure you're tired of watching. It feels like a lot. And it's also like, this is on the fast speed. Can you imagine all of this if you weren't on fast? And maybe, like, for all I know, I'm about to die. I don't know. Ooh, look at those research points. Yes, please. It just doesn't feel that way. Like, I'm not like, ooh, we'll see if we can survive this night. It doesn't have that vibe right now. Nice. I mean, I still am enjoying myself, and it's still cool when you get these nice combinations of things. You place a 1 and suddenly you get a 3, and it's like, yeah, baby. But some of the drama has been gone for quite some time. I hear you, and you are still correct. Nothing has changed. You are still correct. House. She's doing all the things she does to get my attention, like destroying furniture and that sort of thing. And it's like, come on, man. This is the last one, Elsie. This is it. We're almost done. Like, yeah, I've heard that before. I also need to cook some food for my son. Going up to see him. Need to drop some food off with him. So, you kind of need to get going a little bit. Interesting just having pretty much infinite amounts of almost everything, actually. But like ammunition, like I'm still at 45,000. Like I don't feel like I'm about to run out of ammunition. It doesn't feel like I was able to add much. Our resources 57,000, and there's no way I could spend them because I don't need barrack. And space is actually getting tight enough that I think it would be challenging to add barracks at this point, even if I just wanted to keep things moving and use my resources more effectively. But, I'm curious also, like, it's a couple things. Like, maybe the developer play tested this and is aware that this happens, or maybe the developer was, play testing it another way and never ran into these situations. Wow, look at that. That was day 60. Okay, my kitty has a point. It's time for me to go do something else. So I'm just going to collect everything, and I am going to quit, and I'll see if I come back to this. So thanks for sticking with me. Like, comment, subscribe, all much appreciated. Tell me you enjoy this type of content. Also, have a great day, great life, play great games. I don't know if this is a great game, but this is a fun game. And I don't think it was terribly expensive, so I'll give it a shout out. I'm going to give this a B. It's not an A, or it's definitely not an S tier. But it's not in C and D games are games I won't play again. I don't think this falls into that category. And this wasn't even supposed to be the game of the week. It just engaged me enough that I made it a game of the week. If it's a genre I'm very fond of, but I don't know that the late game is as engaging as something like They Are Billions, which I'm sure has more developers. Okay, see you later.